Wait, is this real? DeepSeek just released a freaking Superman model DeepSeek V4 that can handle enormous amounts of text, up to 1 million tokens, which is roughly the length of a whole novel, all without needing a supercomputer or a massive GPU budget. And they made it entirely open source and accessible to all. The AI battleground has moved from pure performance to performance per dollar for long context workloads. To understand why this is important, imagine trying to have a conversation where you have to remember every single word said over a 3-hour meeting. A traditional AI model would need to actively reread and reprocess all those earlier words for every new word it generates. That makes the memory and computation costs skyrocket. DeepSeek V4 introduces a set of clever memory compression tricks to solve this, bringing the cost of handling 1 million token context down to a fraction of what we had before. They explain all of this in their recent technical paper, DeepSeek V4 Towards Highly Efficient 1 Million Token Context Intelligence. Hi, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Mariam and I've spent the last decade of my life tackling various aspects of AI and natural language processing, or NLP. That's why I'm so excited about this V4 model, because I believe its architecture could be the blueprint for building the next generation of AI models that are faster and more accessible. Now I'm going to break down this technical paper to a beginner level, so you know exactly why this model is a game changer for regular people like you and I. The paper introduces 3 main architectural innovations: hybrid attention, manifold-constrained hyper connections or MHC, and Muon Optimizer. Here's what they are and what they mean in simple terms. Traditional attention mechanisms are like rereading every line of a book before you write each new summary sentence. Compressed sparse attention, or CSA, and heavily compressed attention, or HCA, are 2 new reading strategies. Compressed sparse attention acts like a smart skimmer that scans a compressed summary of pages to pick only the most relevant paragraphs to read carefully. Heavily compressed attention, on the other hand, is like looking only at the book's chapter titles and key points, creating a super condensed overview. DeepSeek V4 alternates between these 2 strategies across different layers of the model, which is what makes this model super efficient in natural language processing. So essentially, a hybrid attention system dramatically cuts the cost of processing long sequences. The second upgrade is this manifold-constrained hyper connections. Imagine information flowing through a model like water through 100 miles of piping. If the pressure is too high, the pipes burst. If it's too low, the water never reaches the end. MHC is essentially a series of automatic pressure valves installed at every layer. It keeps the data flow perfectly steady. Essentially, MHC is a new type of stabilized connection between layers. It mathematically controls the signal to prevent it from becoming too large or vanishing, which is very important for training a model with such a deep and long context. Finally, let's talk about the brain's tuning system, the Muon Optimizer. The optimizers are algorithms that adjust the model's internal knobs during training. Muon allows the model to learn faster and more stably, reaching a good level of performance in fewer training steps. The efficiency gains here are honestly staggering. Compared to the previous generation, the V4 Pro model handles 1 million token context using only 27% of the total math power and a tiny 10% of the memory. If you go with the V4 Flash version, those requirements drop even further to just 10% and 7%. We're finally at the point where long context AI is no longer a luxury for tech giants, but affordable for everyone. One of the most exciting implications is for agentic AI workflows. An AI agent, like one that controls your computer to complete a complex task, generates a very long history of actions and observations. A 1 million context window that is too expensive to use is useless for an agent. V4 makes it possible for an agent to run for hundreds of steps without running out of memory or becoming too slow, which was a common failure point before. Before I walk you through the V4 model's fascinating architecture, I'm just a bit disappointed that DeepSeek didn't use the revolutionary memory module called Engram that they proposed in their previous technical paper. I made a whole video about it and was genuinely looking forward to seeing it in their V4 model because it separates factual information recalled such as names of people and places from its dynamic memory such as performing a math problem. So just like you, I'm also waiting for a response from the DeepSeek team as why they dropped their memory module from their V4 model. Now back to the V4 model's interesting architecture explanation that I promised. The architecture is a modified transformer that retains some components from previous DeepSeek models but introduces those 3 game-changing upgrades I talked about earlier. Here from the very bottom, you see the first step where the input text is split into tokens or small chunks like words, subwords, or punctuation using a vocabulary of 128,000 symbols. Each token is represented by a vector of numbers called an embedding. This embedding captures the token's meanings in a high-dimensional space. Step 2 is the transformer block and the heart of the model. After embedding, the premixing block takes the 4 residual vectors, combines them using a learned weighted sum, and produces one single vector of size d. This single vector becomes the actual input to this yellow attention block where this DeepSeek V4 model shines for long context efficiency. Instead of using standard self-attention, which would be catastrophically expensive at 1 million tokens, DeepSeek V4 uses a hybrid system that mixes 2 new attention types, compressed sparse attention CSA and heavily compressed attention HCA. Here's a simple explanation of these two. CSA compresses first, then picks only the most relevant. The key value vectors for every 4 consecutive tokens are compressed into a single summarized entry via learned weighted sum. This immediately slashes the key value cache size to a quarter of the original. Next, instead of attending to all compressed entries, CSA uses a lightning indexer, a tiny lightweight mechanism to quickly scan the compressed keys and pick only the top k most relevant ones, for example 512 out of thousands. This is a form of sparse attention. The actual attention computation is then performed using multi-query attention MQA on the selected compressed entries, which is much cheaper than full attention. To keep local information sharp, CSA also has a small sliding window of the most recent 128 uncompressed tokens that are always attended to alongside the compressed sparse entries. HCA goes even further. It compresses 128 tokens into one key value entry, making the key value cache even tinier. This is an extreme compression with no sparsification. However, HCA does not use sparse selection. It simply attends to all compressed entries, but because there are so few of them, the cost remains very low. By using this hybrid attention across different layers, the model balances 2 goals of efficiency and fidelity, which means reduced computation demand while preserving long-range and local coherence. So this yellow hybrid attention block processes this one vector and outputs another single vector of size d. This post-block mixing unit takes that single output vector and expands it back into 4 separate vectors. While all of these were happening, the original 4-vector residual input is transformed by a 4x4 matrix. This residual transformation is represented by this gray block called residual mixing. This is where Manifold-Constrained Hyper Connections or MHC part comes in. In plain terms, this acts like a volume control that prevents signals from exploding or vanishing as they travel through a very deep slack of layers. It stabilizes training and allows the model to benefit from the extra expressivity of hyperconnections without numerical instability. Finally, the result of the residual mixing is added to the post-block output. The sum forms the new residual state. This whole cycle is also repeated for the MOE sublayer. After attention, the data enters the feed-forward part. Instead of a single-layer network, DeepSeek V4 uses a mixture of expert or MOE design called DeepSeekMoE. In each layer, there are one shared expert that always processes every token, providing common knowledge, and hundreds of rooted experts, of which only 6 are activated per token. A routing mechanism decides which experts are best suited for the current token based on the token's hidden state. The MOE architecture allows the model to have a huge total parameter count of 1.6 trillion for the pro version, while only using a fraction of them, or 49 billion, for any given token. This is a massive win for efficiency. After the final transformer layer, the MHC mechanism leaves us with a 4-vector residual stream, that is the 4 parallel signals. This is the 4-layered bundle you see in the diagram. That's the model's final hidden state, ready to be used for predictions. In the next step, this bundle enters the prediction head. The prediction head is a linear layer that projects the hidden state to a vector of size 128,000. This is our vocabulary size. It produces logits, or raw scores for every possible token. During training, these scores are compared to the actual next token, giving the LM loss or language modeling loss. Once we have the prediction for the next token, the model goes a step further. It tries to predict the token after that. This is our final step, which is this multi-token prediction or MTP module. Normally, a language model predicts only the next token. With MTP, the model is trained to predict the next 2 tokens simultaneously. This acts as an additional supervision signal during training, forcing the model to plan ahead a little and improving sample quality and making the model more foresighted. So effectively, the MTP loss is only used during training to improve the model's representations. During inference or text generation, we only use the prediction head to generate 1 token at a time, so this MTP module is not used. Now the overall picture. The structure of DeepSeek V4 has 2 innovative designs: the architecture of the model itself, or the what, and the training algorithm innovation, or the how of it. Every design choice in DeepSeek V4 model's architecture is made to fight the quadratic explosion of standard attention. CSA compresses and sparsifies attention, reducing both compute and memory. HCA pushes compression to an extreme for layers where sparse selection is not needed. Sliding windows preserve local coherence without inflating the key-value cache. MOE gives immense capacity while keeping per-token compute moderate. MHC keeps deep networks stable, enabling the model to scale in depth without training instability. And precision optimizations further shrink memory and accelerate computation. The how part of the algorithm design includes the Muon Optimizer. An optimizer's job is to decide at each training step how to adjust every model parameter to reduce the error. Standard optimizers like Adam treat each parameter independently. Muon does something smarter. When a parameter is a matrix, like a weight in an attention layer, it orthogonalizes the update. It encourages the rows of the update matrix to become uncorrelated and have equal lengths. This drives the parameter matrix towards being well-conditioned, which leads to faster and more stable learning. All of this together means that when you feed in 1 million tokens, the model uses only about 10 to 27% of the flops and KV cache that a previous generation model like V3.2 would have needed. That's the breakthrough. But since the YouTube algorithm doesn't have these innovative designs, my channel can only be optimized through your likes and comments.